Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Diamond Select Toys, Marvel Select Apocalypse, and this is a figure I couldn't wait to get my hands on once they announced it. And I gotta give a huge shout out to Diamond Select Toys for making this review possible. And as you can see, it comes in that typical Marvel Select style packaging. On the back, we have some read-up information. Feel free to pause it if you'd like to read it, but let's go ahead and bust Apocalypse out of the package. Straight out of the package, Apocalypse comes with some sort of like gripping, open type of hands. Apocalypse comes with a pair of fist hands. Diving into Apocalypse's accessories, well, his accessories are hands as well. They're just not your typical hand, as one of them is a spike ball, so he can change his hands into objects, and you can just have him coming down, just beating down on the enemy. And it's awesome to have these interchangeable parts. And this fits in either hand. One of the extra hands we get, besides the spike ball, is we get this nice drill arm, and it is painted and sculpted, looking awesome. It doesn't spin, but I mean, it is a nice size drill arm. And the paint they use, the metallic blue, the silver and everything, it looks really good. And it's just a menacing attachment to have for Apocalypse. The final weapon arm that we get is this clamp, and again, the sculpt work is phenomenal. That metallic blue definitely makes it pop, and I like the spike in the middle. The only thing I wish this was actually articulated so you can open it and close it, but it's still a beautiful looking arm. Tons of sculpt work and detail in there. All the rivets are painted. Got the hole there to plug in the tube. It is just a awesome classic weapon for Apocalypse, like that claw arm. Here we have Apocalypse all weaponized up, and I busted out my long shot Marvel Legends because I like my Apocalypse to be a little bit intimidating and bigger than his enemies, and he can support the weight of a Marvel Legends, not a problem. He could probably even support the weight of a Marvel Select, and besides, unless it was the Hulk or something like that, but this just looks awesome. Here we have an up-close look at Apocalypse, and man, did they nail this head sculpt. He looks so angry. I love the yellow pupils. The sculpt is there, and I think they just knocked it out of the park. And honestly, the head sculpt's really what brings you and draws your attention to this figure, because it's important to really capture Apocalypse. You know, unlike that one Xmen movie that they didn't really do it. They made him look like the ooze guy from, you know, Power Rangers, but this is how Apocalypse should look, and this looks awesome. The sculpt work on the collar, the paint work is just phenomenal. They didn't hold back when it comes to the sculpt or the paint. I mean, look it up here. You got little like rivets and seam lines for his clothes. It's awesome. And I'm a huge Apocalypse fan. Like, I feel like if this was a turd or a dud, I definitely would be calling it out. As Apocalypse is one of my top 3 characters of all time. And when it comes to Marvel, and the rivets, the A there, the proper blues, like the multi shadings of the shades of blue in this figure is phenomenal. Got sculpt work there, got the gauntlets, the hands. We got tubing. Musculature on the back looks good. More tubing going to his belt. He's got that blue metallic butt cheeks. No butt crack though. They even got the sculpted in lines in here. The boots look good. They're metallic blue. Rivets on those. Soles are gray. You know, the tubes can come on and off. They just pour it in. The tubes are sculpted nicely. This is a solid Apocalypse figure. Now we get to dive into some Apocalypse articulation. His head can only look that far because his chin hits his collar piece. But he does get a lot of attitude out of there. And he can look a little bit up and down. Nothing too crazy. I mean, again, it's that big collar piece. Arms can go up into T-pose. Now, when you're posing them around, the tubes will pop out because they are pre-sculpted, but They are soft enough plastic that you can stretch them around how you would like them to be. He does have bicep swivel. He has a single jointed elbow. So you get the, not really the 90. Let me get this hose out of the way. We don't get a full 90 because of the bicep hitting the gauntlet part. We also get rotation in the wrist, bend in the wrist. And you get forearm swivel because that's where you interchange the part. So some extra articulation in the arms. I just wish the arms were a little bit double jointed. And as you can see, sometimes this wants to unplug itself from me popping it on and off and all that stuff. So overall, basic when it comes to some of the articulation. We get this ab area so you can shift to the side, left and right. You can't really go back and forward that much. Just a little bit. No waist, swivel or anything. It's all going to be moving up in this hula hoopy upper abdominal area. Unless it does it? Almost looks like it could, but it doesn't seem to be. You could do the full Van Damme. We got thigh cuts here. Single jointed knee. You get plenty of movement out of that knee. And you get ankle bend and pivot. But I'm wondering if, nope, it pivots at the knee, doesn't move at the boot cut. I almost forgot. He can do a Spartan kick forward and can't really kick back because of his butt cheek. But he can do a side kick, obviously, because he can do the Van Damme. And that's pretty much it, what we got with this articulation. I wish there was a little bit more so you can get in some more, poses, because I feel like his elbow could be, I wish it had like a double joint or something. I wish it got a little bit more range in the shoulders too, especially when you got the weapon arms. So you can get him into some more aggressive posing. Here we have some size comparison to other Marvel Select figures. Here we have some size comparison to some miscellaneous Marvel Legend figures. I busted out some classified G.I. Joes. We got Mezco Gomez, and then we got an AWOC figure. So you guys can really see how that Apocalypse can fit with your other figures in your collection. And to me, I feel like Apocalypse should be taller and intimidating because he's Apocalypse. He's supposed to be that powerful villain. Here I bust out some of my other Apocalypse figures, the ones I haven't packed up yet because I am moving. So some of my figures are getting bagged and boxed. But you can see how well the Marvel Select blends in with your existing Apocalypse figures. And it's just a great addition to your Apocalypse collection. When it comes to diamonds, Marvel Select Apocalypse, they knocked this figure out of the park in many ways. Sculpt work, paint work, accessories. This is a really, really fun figure. But what sort of hinders it a little bit is some of the articulation. I wish it had some double jointed elbows a little bit. Just some stuff to where you can get him into a little bit more aggressive combat poses. Like I could get him into some, but I would like a little bit more, especially where he has that drill arm to where you can bend it a little bit further. Like example being he's pinning down the Marvel Select Vision. How cool would it be if it could aim the drill a little bit more accurately, like he's about to just drill into his head or something like that. Just little gripes like that. It's just the articulation. But other than that, this is a great representation of Apocalypse. I'm happy to have it as part of my Apocalypse collection, and it looks awesome. So that sums up my unboxing and review of Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select Apocalypse. If you guys are enjoying my content, hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button as it helps the channel evolve and grow. Make sure you hit the silver bell notifications so you know when I go live for my state of the art every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We talk action figures. I have some good guests on there. And make sure you guys also check out Diamond Select Toys. All their information is down below. Go show them some love. Check it out or even pick up your own Apocalypse yourself. But I want you guys, most importantly, to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting and have a beautiful day.